So one thing I really love about Halloween is painting my face. I've got these Grimace face paint things that I like to paint my face with every year, and I always go into blind because I don't actually have that much face painting skills, despite having painted kids' faces at several occasions. Today I'm gonna attempt a dragon-inspired look. I tried 2 nights ago to do it with makeup, like eyeshadows, and it didn't work. So now we're doing it with paints, and hopefully it's working. I've got autofocus on the camera, so hopefully it'll focus on my face in the mirror. I'm probably going to be doing voiceover because the window is open because it's incredibly hot, especially with the lights on, and my fan is going. I don't know how to control my fan, so this is what we're working with. We're just gonna attempt a dragon look, and then I'll take a look at the footage and see what happens, and see if I'm gonna do the voiceover, if we're gonna deal with the annoying fan, or whatever. Okay, let's go.
Voiceover Malene here. These are the things that I will be using, and here are the names on screen. Wow, look at these amazing things. They're all pretty cheap, except the Fendi lipstick. That's the most expensive thing. And this is me attempting to show you what I'll be using by waving them at the camera and also in my mirror. This is me realizing that I have a lot of hair and I should probably do 2 ponytails. So for painting my face, I just started out with a big brush to kind of get like the rough outline, and then like a blue color because blue is my favorite color. So of course my dragon was going to be blue. The problem with using a brush though is that you can see the brush strokes. So I very much just use this to get like the first layer down and to kind of control where the paint was going. Then I attempted to kind of draw up the outline with a smaller brush. And this is me trying to make a thicker coverage. Now the sponge was pretty wet, which is why it got a little patchy, so I had to dab a lot of color on there so it was very saturated, so I didn't accidentally take off the previous layer of paint. And that is something we're going to get back to. Basically, if you do paint on paint, make sure that there's a lot of paint on there and not a lot of water. Now here's a small brush, the smallest one I have, that I'm going to use to outline my nose with, to try and make it very sharp and snatched, as the MUAs would say. And then I tried to contour with the sponge. I decided that I needed a darker blue for my eyebrows, so I washed up a little bit of a watercolor palette, which I'm sure is very healthy for your skin, and tried to mix myself a darker blue. And now I'm filling in my eyebrows. I don't really know how to do this with like actual eyebrow products, so they definitely ended up not quite as sharp as I wanted to, and I had to go over a couple of times to get a very defined arch. But you know what? It's alright. Had I been more professional, I probably would have like glued them down drag queen style, but I didn't because I don't have the things for that. I also had to do this with a small mirror because there's no way I'm going close to my eyes with a brush in a big mirror where I can't see as much. So yeah, I just tried to make my eyebrows look really sharp and defined. And here I'm trying to define my little front thing a bit, which was bad because like I said, sometimes you end up taking paint off, so that's kind of what happened. And then I tried to dab it back on with several ways, and the only way to fix it was to use the sponge again, which was very saturated, so I didn't accidentally create another layer. And then I was like, oh, I want to make it look like I've contoured, so let's dab more on, and then that definition went anyway, so that was useless. Don't do that. This is me on Pinterest because I forgot what I was trying to go for. For the eye look, I went for something very dark and like smoky originally. So this is me with like a burgundy red color trying to like deepen out my eye sockets. Then I took a dark brown, which completely canceled out the burgundy. And I realized that I could make a little like square thing, which again gave me a point, and I liked that. So I just tried to point my eyeshadow. And then I filled it in with black on the eyes. So I did the opposite of what people do. I went light to dark instead of dark to light. And then I did a eyeliner, which again, I tried to do like a pointy like thorn thing, but you can't really tell because of the way that I'm doing it. But that was the idea, is to have like a lot of like pointy, thorny bits on my face to make it all look very sharp. This is me putting a stocking over my face because I'm going to try and make scales. And this is how I found it on Pinterest, so that's what I did. So I got this effect powder from Gosh, which is very like shiny and shimmery and very pigmented. So I basically just dabbed that on my face, and then hopefully that was going to create like a scale-like effect when I took the stockings off. I did go a little overboard though, because I thought there wasn't enough on it, so some of it came like underneath the stocking, which was not ideal, so I would not go as heavy-handed as I did. I do a little bit of lighter thing. Like you can see here, like my forehead is almost completely covered. So I went back in with the very small brush with just a little bit of water on it to try and define some of those lines, to make the pattern a bit more obvious. Yeah, that's what I'm realizing now. So this is me attempting to show you with autofocus, there we go, that I needed to define some lines on my forehead because I had gone a bit heavy with the effect powder. But look how shimmery it is. Very scale-like and cool. Yep, so I just went in on my forehead, which is a bit harder than it seems because those are some very fine lines. So I messed up a little bit on my forehead right there. But otherwise, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Like I said, I might go a little lighter if I were to do this again, so I didn't have to go over it again. But yeah. Last thing I did was put on my Fenty lipstick, the most expensive piece of makeup I own, which is the Clapback, and it's like a very, very dark blue, because I thought that fit. And this is me attempting to do one of those makeup reveal montage things, which obviously I can't do. I felt very awkward doing this, and there we go. The awkwardness shining through. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you found some inspiration for a makeup look. Yeah, that was it. Thanks!